Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Thanks for stopping by to watch. It's going to be a general reading, so it won't resonate for everyone. Take what resonates, leave the rest for someone else. If you'd like a personal reading, check the description box below. I'm going to get some theme cards to see what the theme of this reading is. Then I'll get some oracle cards, then I'll put some tarot down, and we'll see what we need to know at this point in time. Spirit, can I get 3 cards, please? What does the collective need to know? I'm going to ask Archangel Michael and Archangel Raphael to watch over and protect me whilst I perform this reading. All readings are for entertainment purposes only. And I'm going to invoke the energy of the 3 fates to help guide me through this reading. So can I get 3 cards? No, I'm being told to go to the oracle cards. So we'll do that. Someone wants to send you a message. Someone wants to message you. They want to come towards you, offer you some sort of apology. They don't want you to activate your higher self, or they're hoping that they can block this. You're on your north node. They don't want you on this north node. They're wanting to stop or block this. They want to get you into some sort of party energy. They don't have any compassion and they're not nurturing this person. They're very selfish is what I'm hearing. You remember something here, or they're hoping you don't awaken and remember something. Something to do with a lack of compassion and a lack of nurturing. But it looks like you're on the right path here. And they don't want you to see something clearly. Yeah, they're triggered, they're in conflict, and they're disharmonious, and they don't want you to remember some sort of conflict between the two of you. But there's some sort of spark that you're experiencing with someone else at the moment. So you're on a different timeline to this person. You're on your north node. This person didn't show you any compassion in this situation, or this group, whoever's involved here. Yep, what more information can you tell us about this situation, please, Spirit? Now they're triggered because they're remembering something. Okay, so we have message, yeah, as I said, they want to message you. They've been given some sort of information. It looks like they've tried to send messages and they've stopped themselves. Number 7 could be significant. What else do we need to know here? Or you're receiving some sort of guidance about your north node. They're hoping you don't discover something, as well as what I'm hearing. They're fearing being imprisoned, or they could have received some sort of information about being trapped or blocked or stuck, not being able to move forward. 29 could be significant. There's an official person involved here and it's causing them disharmony. Yeah, there's a false person. They were false. This official person could be false, or they were false with lied to an official person. They put something down in writing which they could get imprisoned for. This official person is looking into it. Yeah, 8 of Swords, fear of being trapped, stuck, imprisoned. They can't stop you from being on your north node here. Yeah, they're being left out in the cold. Stuck, trapped, blocked, wearing a mask. You have a new beginning here. They were foolish and reckless. They have no ability to nurture. Okay, in the current energy we have justice. Something's being made fair for you. That could be this official person, a judge, a lawyer. Something being brought to balance. Someone having to answer to their actions. I'm hearing someone was very arrogant here. There's going to be truth and clarity about some sort of falseness here. Someone wanted you trapped and stuck and not able to move towards your north node. Yep, in the blockage or obstacle or reason for this situation, we have the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. So someone has no legacy here. They're fucked. They've lost family money here. Complete financial ruin. No crumbs even. There could be like, yeah, living off credit. There's no money, nothing to gain financially here. They could be being investigated for fraud, receiving some sort of communication that's going to get them stuck or trapped. Official persons investigating this, could be fraud, could be spending someone's inheritance or money that they weren't supposed to spend. Full cards come out again. So what's hidden is, yeah, they took this money and acted recklessly. They were foolish. They wanted to live a life of adventure. So it looks like they've spent money that didn't belong to them. They're in their ego. There's nothing to gain here. There's no legacy, no inheritance. Their family's falling apart. They're going to end up being stuck. Their mask is falling off. Like they're being seen by people. They don't want to remember they don't want people to remember the things that they've done here. 2 cards just fell out, so I'll see what we have. 2 of Cups in reverse and Judgment reverse. They don't want to be judged in regards to some sort of contract or some sort of love situation, or they were unfair in a soulmate connection. They didn't judge a situation correctly. They were reckless and foolish, is what I'm hearing. I want to see what their intentions are or what they're thinking. They're thinking that this cycle of poverty isn't going to end, the World in reverse. Or they're feeling like the justice system is going to just keep coming after them. They can't claim these losses. They can't make this money back. They failed here. There's a huge delay. Their family's not complete. They're stuck, unable to move forward. They thought that this was an adventure, stealing, whatever this was. They never thought they'd get caught. They wanted to steal someone's success here. And they wanted to make out that they were a person of honor. But they're not, they're false. Did I say the number 8 and 22 could be relevant? Or 92? I hope this person's not 92 years old. In the heart of the matter or what they're feeling. 7 of Cups in the reverse. So they're very delusional. They're unable to see truth. This came up in the last reading. They're just unable to see what truth is. They're unable to see that they're the reason that their family has failed. They're the reason that they're stuck in this endless cycle. They're the reason that they're stuck. Like there's no forward movement here. They need to get out of their head. They have no opportunities here. They're going to have to wake up and look at the situation like for what it actually is. This is what they've done to themselves. It's actions that they took. There's no success or achievements here. There's nothing to be proud of. They were reckless and careless with money or a family or resources that they had access to. They wanted to make something unfair for someone here. They've missed out on a 10 of Pentacles here. They could have had like a fortune with someone, but they thought they had options. They thought they had success somewhere else. 2 of Cups on the bottom of the deck. You were their love. Crazy. What's their hopes and fears in this situation? They're hoping they can have a new beginning, or they're hoping they can recover from this, but it looks like they could be going to prison or being jailed. The justice system is looking at where this money's gone, where they've spent their time, energy. They're feeling like they're going to have to defend themselves. 7 of Wands in regards to their reckless actions. And something about their choices, the options that they had, the choices they had, trying to end someone. not wanting this cycle of taking to end. They wanted to just be able to keep taking from others. Yep. In their environment, star reverse. So there's no hope in their life. They're in darkness. They're not on their north node. Star reverse is the opposite of the north node. They're on their south node. So they're doing what is comfortable, what they've always known, stealing from others, acting recklessly, being false, putting on a mask, pretending that they're someone upstanding, but they're not. They're always in lack, taking from others, trying to cause unfairness to other people, trying to cause endings for others, trying to put others in lack mentality and keeping them fighting for attention is what I'm hearing. This person is insecure. They're in deep despair. There's no light around them. They've lost all faith. They have no spiritual beliefs. They're definitely insecure, and not just insecure in the meaning of insecure. I mean insecure when it comes to finances as well. Like they have no financial security. They've spent whatever they've stolen. This is definitely stolen money, or money that they procured through illusions, fantasies. Could be a love scam, a love bomber. A lot of cards just came out. I'm not taking them, but I want to have a look. Yeah, the truth is coming out about this person. They're going to be left and abandoned. 8 of Cups. There's some sort of gift that they were forced to move away from, or you could have moved away from them. They're going to be left out in the cold. Could be being kicked out of a home. They can't make a payment here. With the Ace of Pentacles, Hanged Man, they're stuck in a house tower. So there's shock. Someone could actually do that. Like that card, they could actually do that in a house, and it's a shock, and someone's going to have to leave because of it. So I've seen that in the messages as well, because there's devastation here, financial ruin and devastation, and they're just stuck in this cycle. They don't know how to get out. There's too much mystery and illusion and lies and schemes and scamming. I don't think their brain is very, I was going to say a word, but it's not appropriate to say. Spirit, can you give me another word? Fake reality. Okay, I was going to say another word, but yeah, we'll just leave that. I want to see what the collective thinks about this, or what the collective's intentions with this person are. What do you need the collective to know? What does the collective want to do about this person? They're deeply disturbed. Well, this card has done a few things. We have 2 cards. We have Page of Swords. So you feel like they're stalking you. They are. You feel like they're the devil. They're toxic. They're stuck in a toxic cycle. They're obsessed. They're possessed. They are addicted. Could have sexual addictions to drugs, alcohol, whatever, love bombing. But they don't create anything that's heavenly or good, is what I'm hearing. They stalk others. They want attention. There's no goodness in them. They've succumbed to their demons, is what I'm hearing. Devil and 7 of Cups reverse. Someone who's just mentally imbalanced. Looking at you, watching what you've got. Watching your world opening up. Needing to defend themselves against you. Or needing to defend what they've done here. How does the collective feel about this situation? How does the collective feel? They're being called to justice here. They're having to pay the piper, is what I'm hearing. They thought they could just go on their merry way forever. You feel like this person is emotionally imbalanced. You feel like they've wrecked a home. They've wrecked a union. They've wrecked their happiness. They've wrecked your happiness. They've destroyed everything that was good and pure, is what I'm hearing. Yep. They've lost their whole family. This whole reading is about lack of family, no family around them, family abandoning them, no money, stealing money, using other people's money, doing this time and time and time again, not having success, being mentally clouded and unclear, having a fake reality, because there's too much devil energy here, looking at others and stalking and being jealous of what other people have. A broken home here, divorce, in deep despair, discouraged, lack of clarity, no beauty or love in their life. Eight of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. You're working hard, and they're getting communication that they're not liking. Their mask is being revealed. What's the outcome here, Spirit? Five of Cups, deep sadness and regret. They could want to apologize. They're disappointed. There's failure here. They're not healed. Third party situation. Definitely issues with the house, like their house needs to be repaired. There's a roof that needs to be repaired. The house needs repairs that they can't do or something. Six of Swords, someone wants to move away peacefully, or you're all moving away peacefully. You're moving away from a house where there's no love, no kindness, no empathy, no compassion, no joy. Ten of Cups in reverse, no love in a house. No one likes each other, no one loves each other. There's no kindness towards each other. It's cold, damp. I picked that up in the other reading. Just no love lost here. These people don't belong in a house together. If there's children here, they don't belong there. This person is reckless. They're in devil energy. They make risky moves. They're clouded. Their judgment's clouded. There's substances involved here. In the outcome, they're in deep regret and despair. You're moving on. They want to be able to move towards peace and harmony, but they're not. They're looking towards the past. Looks like you're looking towards the future. Ten of Wands, they're going to be heavily burdened, and you're going to receive a message about this, or you're on a new path. Page of Wands, a new path towards healing. Six of Wands, and they're stuck in the Five of Cups and Ten of Wands. So deep despair. Okay. Despair, regret, overwhelmed, but hugely burdened. You're on a new adventure. You're feeling good and confident. You've got new endeavors that you want to undertake. The sun's shining here after a period of sadness. You could have had to move with a child. Something to do with France or Egypt. And someone's heartbroken from their own actions though. So it doesn't look like this person is doing anything about their mental health. I don't know if they realize they have mental issues here. It came out in the last reading. It's too much substance use and looking at what other people have. And so they got themselves stuck in this cycle of greed and stealing from others, never thinking that it was going to catch up with them. There's a lot of deception here, having to defend themselves now. They never thought that the money was going to run out. And now they're being called to account. Some sort of message that they're receiving about this. Their accounts being deactivated is what I'm hearing. They have no compassion or empathy for anyone. They don't want to think about this. They don't want anyone else thinking about this as well. They're in huge regret, huge regret and mental instability. And they're going to be left burdened and heartbroken. All their own doing. Yeah, the law's on them. They're being investigated. They took a risk here. Their mask is coming off. This person's a mess. They have no family that likes them. They're in a home that's crumbling down. The home needs repairs, something to do with their roof. Yeah. And you're moving forward towards passion, new passions and adventures. You're healed. And they're still not healed. Star reverse. Someone who needs to heal. A fool. Someone who was foolish and reckless with someone else's money or inheritance or family situation. Didn't appreciate the love and kindness that a family provided for them because they're in delusion. They need a huge reality check. They're in a false world. Yep. Anyway, I wish you the best in this situation, and I'll see you for your next reading. All the best. Goodbye.